What you wanna do? What you wanna do? Filipino bad bitch. Tryna be cool.
We're back in the basement. Episode 96. We are joined on a Skype call with Matt from Steelers Empire. What's up, dude?
How we doing, fellas? Thanks for having me back again.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. It was about time we got you back on. You fucking changed up your name on Twitter there, and I didn't even know it was you.
I know. We had to rebrand a little bit. The Steelers missed the playoffs last year. Maybe had to get a new little lingo going there, but we're all good. Same content, same person. We're still rolling through, though.
All right. Before we get going, let everyone know, of course, where to find you on social media.
Yeah, it's just at Steelers Empire. That's just on Twitter, really. Podcast link is in our bio. Not really active on Instagram, so the main outlet's pretty much Twitter. So Steelers Empire.
Steelers Empire. There you have it. Follow him. His front camera doesn't work, so he is videoless, but we can still hear him, so we're still good to go. No worries. Do your thing. Cool.
Yeah, dude. Steelers Empire, their social media's got a pretty sick logo.
It's a stupid fucking logo.
It is kind of stupid. It is kind of stupid. I just needed a new logo because I felt like mine was just too basic. I just kind of just put something from scratch together, and I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but I was like, this is badass. Like this fits because like the Empire and Star Wars and everything. I was like, this is perfect.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know which one of you guys did that logo for me, but thank you for that. It was really good.
That was Michael. That was all Michael's doing. I am not the least bit artistic, so there you have that. But we're here to talk some Steelers football with Matt, especially after yesterday's Monday night dub at home over the Bengals, prime time. There's really nothing better than a primetime win early in the season, especially when you've started 0-3.
Yeah, especially when you lost your first primetime game of the season.
Yep, that hurts to see as well. I can't remember the final score here. There's so many points. 27-3 Steelers. Let's start there, dude. 3 points for the Steelers. I mean, Matt, the defense here for the Steelers. What did you say?
3 points for the.
It's not something. We're used to teams going right down the field and scoring on this defense. And a quick matter, long drives. Any way you can draw it up. But I mean,
it sounds like you're cutting out a little bit there.
Am I cutting out? Can you hear me? Am I okay?
Yeah, you're good there. I can hear you
All
there.
Right. Yeah, no, I was just saying, shut them out of the end zone the whole night. It's not really something you see out of the Steelers, and to keep them out of the end zone, it's definitely. I would say, obviously, it's a division game, so it's not going to be taken lightly. These teams know each other inside and out. We know the history between the two, so like I said, just to keep them out of the end zone, and first of all, just to get a win in general was just great last night to set the tone for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, when you start the season 0-3 as the Steelers, like we've been spoiled as Steelers fans, I think, for the most part over the past, 10, 15 years.
Long time.
Yeah, in our generation for sure. I mean, Michael, I'm sure you can attest to that more than I could, but to have the Steelers start 0-3, I'll be honest, I was like, oh shit, we might be headed towards a real downfall here.
Yeah, I was nervous. I mean, it still could be a downfall, but that was a much-needed W.
Right, and it just gives me more confidence, and I'm sure it did the Steelers team, to start 0-3, you play the shithole Bengals. Yeah, they're a shithole team. Like, we should be beating them 10 times out of 10. So to go out, put up 27 points, hold them to 3, get the dub, I mean, that's a real confidence boost, I think.
Absolutely. And it helped my fantasy team, too, because I have the Steelers defense. And in that CBS league, you get individual players. I had Devin Bush, who's just beasting.
So, Matt, let me ask you then, this defense, who so far have you been most impressed with?
I mean, like Michael just said, Devin Bush. I mean, the guy's everywhere in the field. He's making tackles. He's in the backfield, tackles for loss, the 3 fumble recoveries already. He's just one of many that I think have really stood out. Stephon Tuitt, got to give credit. Got the contract a couple of years ago. Didn't really perform at the standards his first 2 years, but He's off to a really good start this year. TJ Watt, we know what to expect out of him. And then the addition of Minka, the guy who was just kind of roaming around all over center field last night. I think the Bengals only took about one deep shot, and that was in the last drive of the game where Hayden got called for the pass. So he really shut it down. Didn't allow the deep ball like the Steelers have been accustomed to giving up the last couple of years. But I would say those core guys definitely stand out to me, and it's definitely a good core you can build around for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Devin Bush, I mean, hard not to be impressed with him. The numbers that he's put up thus far as a rookie and what he did yesterday. I mean, I don't know if I have the numbers here. Yes, I do. He had, what,
He had
9?
Yesterday in 1 sack. He got his first career sack yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those dudes that, like, he's just all over the ball. Wherever the ball is on the field, you can find Devin Bush there.
Yeah, he's no Shazier, but he looks like he's going to be a very good replacement.
I think he can be a Shazier too. He most definitely can be a Shazier for sure.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with you. 2-3 years time, I think he looks like Shazier.
Absolutely.
And for your rookie to go out there and do that is like, you love to see that shit as a Steelers fan.
We might be looking at a defensive rookie of the year.
We very well could be.
Yeah. At this rate, I think if he keeps going for sure, I think he's got it for lock. I mean, the production's crazy. I mean, he's already he's getting up there on the leaderboard, the tackles.
Yeah,
he's like something like 7th or 8th right now in the league in tackles. Oh no, I would say right now he's leading. I can't think of anybody else really.
I think they said he was 3rd. I heard somewhere.
Is that total tackles?
You know what? I couldn't fucking call it. Michael will look it up. We're good. Speaking of a lot of tackles, Mark Barron last night. Now, Mark Barron, he had 11 tackles last night. And that's really good by any standard, but I have been nothing but unimpressed with him for the majority of, I guess, all season long now, all 4 games, as far as his pass defense goes. Yeah, sure, he makes a lot of tackles. He's on the ball too, but his pass defense leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't know how that guy was a DB at one point. I really don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, like, you were once a DB. You should be able to drop back into coverage and protect.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I know that Mark Barron was a good player at one point. He may have. I think he's around like 30 years old by now at least. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. We know he's not good pass coverage, and I don't know if you guys saw that clip from the San Francisco. He was kind of just jogging to the, and I think it was Kittle, above him in the middle of the field. I'm like, man, why? Like, if you're busting your ass, the snap, it's not gonna happen. And he's just jogging to the play. I'm like, man, what? Vince Williams, please come back. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
Please come back soon, Vince Williams.
And I think he's off the injury list now, which is awesome. But yeah, dude, Mark Barron, watching him last night, especially like when he covers a receiver, he does not turn his head around when the ball's coming. He just runs straight at him with his hands in the air. Sure, he may have broke up a couple passes yesterday and throughout the season. One. And I think it was a drop. It wasn't a breakup for what it's fucking worth. But you need to turn your head around. You need to get an eye on the ball, and you need to make a better play than what you're doing, especially as a former defensive back.
Like I said, I have no clue how he's a defensive back. That just blows my mind.
He might have been a defensive back in fucking Pop Warner. There's no way he's back in the NFL.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. And then he gets the pick last night. Like, come on. Such an easy interception right to him.
That's what I'm saying, too, is like everybody's like, oh, Mark Barron with the pick. I'm like, they threw it right to him, and now people are going to be like, Mark Barron's good.
What about the ball that hit Joe Hayden in the numbers?
Yeah. Oh, he really dropped that one.
Take the mask off. It's Dante Moncrief.
In disguise.
Dante Concrete.
Ooh, I like that.
It's a good one,
I haven't heard that before.
Dante Concrete.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah. let's talk about him. I'd like to get your opinion here, Matt. Moncrief, supposed to be a somewhat quote-unquote veteran coming into the Steelers this year, and he's done nothing but drop passes the first two games, gets sat the third, active yesterday, but didn't see the field. I mean, what's going on with him?
Dude, and I was so high on him when the Steelers signed him. I know both of you guys follow me. We follow each other, and I know you guys have seen the tweets about me hyping up Moncrief this whole offseason. I'm gonna say it happens. Guys will drop balls. You're not gonna be perfect every time. But just the amount of balls that he dropped in the first couple of weeks was pretty alarming. And I just want him to get in there and get his redemption. I mean, he should be allowed to, and I think he'll get that chance at one point. Obviously, he was active last night. Was inactive in week 3. I don't know. I just, I watched him in Indianapolis. I watched him in Jacksonville, and he still put up really good numbers, even when Luck was out, when he had Blake Bortles last year. And I was just like, man, he could come in and he could thrive. And I know it's definitely going to be an adjustment, and it is for all our to go from Big Ben to Mason Rudolph. Not really a lot of chemistry there. But, man, disappointing for Dante Moncrief.
Yeah.
I hope he gets it going. Though.
It's tough when you drop 5 of your 11 targets.
Right.
And a few of them were crucial, like 4th downs, touchdowns, interceptions.
Right. You said hard to get it going, with Mason being in there. Not a whole lot of chemistry between him and the receivers, but a lot of chemistry between him and James Washington, who we have seen little to none of the first 4 games here. He didn't even have a single catch yesterday, let alone a target. Where is James Washington, and why is he not on the field?
I wish I could tell you guys, to be quite honest with you. I have no idea. I was kind of wondering the same thing. I was like, what is he doing wrong to not be in the game? I mean, he's in the game, but to not even get any targets. And, Rudolph even looking his way. And we know those two were just absolutely tearing it up at Oklahoma State for, 3 years, whatever it was. I don't know if he's, not working hard enough, which I doubt that's the case, but it's just really odd to see any amount of targets in there, especially with, like Deontay Johnson in there, who's outperforming him right now, a guy who's a rookie. It's kind of shocking.
Yeah, definitely. And Deontay Johnson had 6 catches yesterday.
Yeah, dude, he popped off. He had that long-ass touchdown. I was pretty impressed, but, I mean, granted, he was wide the fuck open because they were doing nothing but running the ball and throwing screens all the game.
I mean, like, he was wide the fuck open because they set that up, like, it was beautiful. However, with all that setup, Juju only had 3 catches for 15 yards. Like, I'd like to see your number 1 get more involved.
Right. And I feel like this is the situation we had last year with Antonio Brown and Juju, to where Juju was getting all the catches and AB wasn't. It's because he's the number 1 receiver on that team. They're obviously covering him heavier than the other receivers. Like, right. There's gonna be some games where Juju only gets 15 yards on 3 catches, and Deontay Johnson gets 6 for 80. That's the way I think it's gonna shake out a lot of the season.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that for sure because, like, it's still early. Like, that was the first little bit of offense that we saw from the Steelers. Like, Deontay Johnson, yeah, we don't have a number 2 yet. Like, the leading receivers are the running backs. Like, yesterday, Connor and Samuels both had 8 receptions. Like, that's crazy to me.
That is crazy. So, now, again, Matt, I guess I'll ask you and Michael too. Like, do we like that game plan? We saw a much different game plan yesterday out of the Steelers than we saw the first 3 weeks.
Than anything we've ever seen.
Ever out of the Steelers. That's because you've had Big Ben. Now you got Mason Rudolph, somebody new, try some new stuff, see what happens. But did you like what you saw?
There were things I did like, and there are things that I didn't like, and there's still things that I think they could work on. Again, the same story this week as it's been all season. When the Steelers are running in between the tackles, man, they're not getting any push up front, no push up front. And last night, the Steelers kind of got the running game going with the outside runs. We saw them line up in Wildcat a lot too. That's when the design runs, coming outside, like I said, that's when we got the yardage, and then they go back to running the ball inside the tackle, and it's like, man, 1 yard, 2 yard gains, and I would say I'm pretty concerned about that. Which is weird because, the offensive line is probably the best in the league. They have been for the last 5-6 years with Munchak. Mike Munchak was our run game coordinator, and now it's different. He's gone and Denver. I just that's just one of the things I'm really so concerned about. It's getting Connor going. Offensive line getting up front, and they even went with a lot of jumbo packages last night too. You saw big Zach Binner in there, and they still couldn't get any going up front. And it's just like, man, what can they do more? It's just I feel like they've just exhausted all their options. But other than that, I mean, the run did kind of set up the pass for Rudolph last night. He took the one shot deep and it connected for the not much else you could ask for. But against better teams like Baltimore that we'll see next week, the Rams are going to be coming in. It's not going to work. They're going to have to get a little bit more creative. They're going to have to start letting Mason air it out more. That's just how it's going to be. You're not going to be playing Cincinnati every week.
I agree. I agree.
Good.
Yeah, and I was telling Michael earlier, I'm like, dude, James Conner has not been able to do shit between the tackles all year, especially last night. Like, can't run between the tackles. But when he gets in some open space, it honestly reminds me of Le'Veon a little bit, the way he moves in open space. Like, when you get him in some open space, he's fucking lethal. And I love that they got Jalen Samuels finally going, get some runs, some catches. I mean, shit, the dude should be able to catch the ball coming out as a tight end or whatever the fuck. So to see them both working, and like we said prior to that game, Michael, they need to run the ball to win because they need to run to use play action to set up the deep ball. And that's something I think that we need to see more of, especially against the better teams. Like you said, Matt, like we need to be able to throw the deep ball, especially with Mason Rudolph, and especially when he has James Washington and Johnny Holton and all the speed in the world. You got Juju. I mean, they have the offensive weapons to do it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
We're talking about all this running. It's crazy that, I mean, the Bengals had more rushing yards than the Steelers did.
It's not surprising. It's not surprising.
No.
It's not, but the Steelers only rushed for 66 yards.
Right.
Like the run game was working, but they only rushed for 66 yards. It was, I think, it's evident the majority of the production came from those running back, the checkdowns.
I do got to say real quick, though, when the Steelers were in the Wildcat last night and when Samuels would toss it off to Connor on the sweep, those count as passing yards. So, I mean, if you want to get technical, Jalen Samuels had 31 passing yards left.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you really count those as runs, it'd probably be around 100 yards. So that's also.
You're right.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
isn't that strange though? How that counts as a passing play? It's so weird.
That is weird. I heard that and I was like, that's fucked up. This is gonna fuck up so many fantasy teams, like fantasy play or matchups.
How do you think Brady and Mahomes get their touchdown passes? I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like you see Brady do that all the time, where there is a guy come in motion. And I don't even know how to describe it. He'll just push the ball off to the running back, and it counts as a freaking throw.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking ridiculous.
Jalen Samuels had 109.7 QBR.
That's hilarious.
31 yards.
Best quarterback in Steelers history.
Go.
Yeah, I liked a lot of things I saw on the offense last night, though, especially out of Connor and Samuels. Connor got a TD. Samuels, we said Johnson got his. You know what, though? The person that nobody's even really talking about, Chris Boswell, has not missed a single extra point or field goal yet this year. Yeah. To bounce back like that from last year, I am so fucking happy for him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I'm happy for the Steelers and for us, and more specifically me, because he's also on my fantasy squad.
It's just selfish.
Oh, man. Fantasy squad.
You doing fantasy this year?
So I was so nervous to take him, man. I didn't take him in any leagues. I usually pick up a different kicker. It just depends on who they're playing, and I feel like, oh, man, maybe let's get a lot of points just because of the defense we're playing, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with Boswell. I don't think he's really been tested yet. I mean, the 49-yarder was a freaking boot. I was happy with that. But until I think we see him in some high leverage, that's when I'm going to make my assumption on Boswell. He has not had a high leverage kick yet.
No.
Yeah. So, need to get him under some pressure, see what he can do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I also wanted to point out Nick Vannett had 2 catches for 28 yards, and I think I don't know which catch it was, his first or second, but Rudolph kind of, got out of the pocket, created some space, and it was a short throw, and Vannett came back and got it. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
That was a nice play. Oh, God. On both ends, too.
Yeah.
Not only for Rudolph to, get out of the pocket and scramble a little bit, show some flashes of Big Ben out. For Vannett to have the awareness to turn around and know the ball was coming in, man, that was perfect. You'd think that they'd be throwing to each other, catching passes there for years now. I mean, oh my God, that's something you don't see from a guy who's playing their first games together. So,
yeah. Well, wasn't it? I think I heard in an interview, or Mason Rudolph was saying that like he and Vannett, they were working out this offseason for a few months.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were working together in the offseason.
I was like, that's genius to bring in Vannett then. Like, you need a tight end. Why don't you bring in a guy that your quarterback has worked with?
Right. And from what it sounds like, he's pretty happy to be in Pittsburgh. I guess he's always been a Pittsburgh guy, as it is.
From Ohio, yeah, and he's always been like around the black and gold.
Right. And he just seems so excited to be with the Steelers. And they even said, who was it? I think Hayward. Vannett was like, after the game, he's like, man, that was fun. And Hayward's like, yeah, man, fucking Pittsburgh's a football city, dude. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, his first game being a blowout on a Monday night home field.
Oh, man. What a feeling that's got to be.
See, the people were hating on giving that 5th round, but they must be pretty confident that they could re-sign him. He's going to be free agent after this year. They must be confident they'll be able to bring him back at least maybe 1 or 2 years. I know it's tough getting up that 5th round pick, especially for a guy whose contract is expiring. But hey, man, if you like it here and you want to be here, shit, I'll give that 5th round pick any day.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
I think it was 100% worth it.
I think I saw a list of their previous 5th round picks, and it's just like, I know it's different now, but none of the previous ones really panned out. I think like even Dennis Dixon was one of the 5th round picks.
Dennis Dixon, name drop.
Dennis Dixon, man. I got a funny story about Dennis Dixon, man. So I was 2011. I was up at the Steelers game in San Francisco. It was a Monday night game, and we were outside the game. Steelers just gotten their ass kicked, and Dennis Dixon was the backup that year. So we're walking, and we're right where all the players are coming out of the entrance, and Dennis Dixon's dad's walking out, and everybody just starts booing the crap out of him. I'm like, why are they booing this guy's dad? Dennis Dixon never did anything bad as a Steeler. I remember him coming in and maybe like almost winning a game in Baltimore one year. Yeah. But I'm like, why would they be booing his dad? Like, what has this guy ever done bad? It's just weird. Every time I think of Dennis Dixon, I always think of that moment when we're in San Francisco and they're just getting booed by our crowd. Made no sense to me at all.
Imagine being his dad and just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What did I do?
What did I do? Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely had a word with Dennis, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hey, be better? I don't know. What do you tell your kid?
Like, he didn't even play. So, like, what are you booing him for?
Sit better on the bench. Better posture. I don't fucking know.
You don't look great in the jersey on the sideline. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
He would have been better.
Yeah, okay. Let's boom.
Oh.
I want to hop back to the defense, though, here. I saw before this week's game that Andy Dalton had the second most passing yards going into week 4. And the fact that, first of all, he was that high on the list for passing yards is stupid. And secondly, the fact that he was and we shut him down like that, I mean, dude, the Steelers' defense these last 2 games has been stellar.
Now he's not even in the top 5.
That's a big decline there.
What did he throw for last night? 170?
Tell you in 1 second. He threw for 171. He was 21 of 37 with 1 pick, 57 rating.
Man.
Meanwhile, Rudolph, dude, I think he only had like 4 incompletions or some shit.
Yeah, he was 24 of 28, 229, 2 tutties, 124.6 rating.
What more can you ask for from your quarterback?
Ooh. And I want to note to say that Bengals team is not as bad as people are saying it is. They went to Seattle week 1, lost. They got blown up by San Francisco 2 weeks ago, and they had Buffalo on the ropes last week. A Buffalo team that probably could have beat New England yesterday, 2 days ago, if Josh Allen didn't get hurt. I think the Steelers just own them so bad that it just looks like that. I mean, they're the worst team. But I don't think Cincy is a bad team at all. I mean, obviously, like I said, we're rivals. It's been a little lopsided this decade, but I don't think they're as bad as Miami. Like, people are like, oh my God, like Cincinnati, they're horrible, worst team in the league. Does Cincy play Miami? Shit like that. I think Pittsburgh just knows them inside and out to the point where they can just kick the shit out of them, no matter who's in. It's really what it's like.
It's like the Patriots and the Steelers.
It really is. Really is.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And you know what? A lot of people were saying, after the 0-3 start, oh shit, I was one of them, like I said, but they've been so close in all those games, like you said, besides the 49ers game maybe. But they've been so close. They only lost by 2 to Seattle with Mason Rudolph coming in the second half. I mean, they're right there, and their division is still wide open, dude.
Yeah, well, they need this W against the Ravens next week or this week.
Gonna be tough. Definitely gonna be tough. Need the defense to show up yet again. I mean, if they can do what they've done the last 2 weeks, we should be in decent shape. Maybe bring in a little help. I hear the Eagles cut LJ Fort. Maybe just bring him back real quick, see what he could do. Who knows? But yeah.
He's LJ Fort will be back in Pittsburgh this week because he signed with Baltimore yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, they signed. I know, right? I don't know how much we'll see of him, but LJ Fort, man, he was actually surprised. He was really good last year for Pittsburgh, so I'm kind of surprised the Eagles let him go.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't bad.
In the Eagles secondary, the Eagles defense is trash.
Yeah. I mean, they're not great, but I wouldn't say they're terrible. But anyway, Bud Dupree, there's a name we haven't heard much all season yet. He had a pretty good game yesterday, I thought. He looked like the old Bud himself, forcing that fumble early on. It's fucking nice. I'm not sure how many tackles he had. I guess
5 and a sack.
5 and a sack. So, I mean, that's what we're looking for out of Bud. It's what he hasn't done all year up until that point. So I'm glad he's finally doing something. But I guess you know what? If you were, how do I want to put it? Who impressed you most in the win yesterday? Offense or defense? Anybody on the Steelers? Which player impressed you most?
You want to go first? I'm still.
Go ahead.
There was a lot of guys that impressed me.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot to pick from for sure.
This is a tough one. This is a really tough one.
We were all impressed by Devin Bush, so I'm going to toss that out.
Yeah, toss him out.
I'll start if you guys want.
Yeah, go for it. Take the floor.
Mike Hilton. He hasn't done, I think personally, I haven't seen him do much all season, and especially the end of last year, I feel like he wasn't the old Mike Hilton. Like he's shown us that he can be great. And yesterday, dude, he had 5 tackles, but he broke up that first pass. I can't remember who the ball was even thrown to, and then he stared him down in the face, and I was like, oh shit.
Mike Hilton. Beautiful play. That was a beautiful play. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Big fan of Mike Hilton.
The thing with him is just the consistency factor. He's got to play like that every game. And last night he sure played like a guy who wants to be paid. I'll tell you that much. That's a good pick though. I like that one.
Because isn't he coming up on the contract year or something?
He'll be a restricted free agent at the end of this year.
Okay.
Restricted. So
yeah,
the Steelers, any team that offers him, the Steelers have a certain amount of days to match that offer. I would assume they would. I mean, I don't know because Cam Sutton looked good last night too. Cam Sutton played. I mean, Hilton and Sutton played about half the snaps at nickel corner, and Sutton I thought did a fine job last night too. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they played out because they also got other guys to pay as well. But Hilton definitely is a good pick. I like that one for player of the game last night.
Yeah, not necessarily player of the game, just who I was most impressed with.
Yeah, impressed with. There you go. I think I got mine.
Let's hear it.
He wasn't a standout, but I'm gonna go with the guy who's been impressing me so far this year. But I think he only allowed like one catch in the first 2 games and only a couple against San Francisco. I know he had a PI call last night. He's really holding it down on the other side of Joe. And that's something that the Steelers have lacked for, God, I don't know. Maybe ever since Keenan Lewis left in New Orleans back in 2012. They just haven't had that guy on the other side. And Steve Nelson, man, is impressing me a lot. And they're definitely getting their money's worth over there.
Yeah, he was a very good addition.
Yeah, and I feel like he's been flying under the radar as far as how good he's played, or how well he's played, rather. Like, people haven't realized it, I don't think.
That's a good thing, though. As a DB, you don't want to hear your name called to the broadcast.
Yeah, that's true. Very good point.
Yeah.
Michael, what say you?
I like that one, Matt. I'm going to have to say Jalen Samuels.
Woo!
But we got a good dose of him, and, he put on for the national stage. Like we already said, he was 3 for 3 passing, 31 yards. And then
you had to throw that in there.
And then his, 57 receiving yards, 26 rushing yards. He had a score. I mean, he was a huge part of the offensive production. If I didn't say Samuels, I was going to say Rudolph, because I think he handled himself very well. And yeah, we said it to start the podcast. Like, they needed this win big time, and I think Samuels is a huge reason for that.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. And it's nice to see him finally start getting some long-term, like, action, Like, yeah, they were bringing him in for 1 or 2 plays here, 1 or 2 plays there. But like, dude, Michael, me and you have been preaching it for weeks now. Like, you need to let the running backs get more than 2 snaps and get in some sort of rhythm to do anything offensively, And we finally saw it thanks in part to Jalen Samuels. So yep. I love that pick.
I love it.
Thank you. I was going to add on that note about Jalen Samuels. Samuels and Connor, they can, run like they did last night, and, Fiegner uses them like they did last night. Not only is this going to be a good 2-headed snake for this year, but even when Ben gets back for the next 2 years. This is pretty exciting. And even the defense, if they can, keep getting out, firing on all cylinders like they did last night, consistent play, I don't know, man. I'm going to get pretty excited for 2020 when Ben's back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, would be.
But that's the thing is, like, when Ben's back, does the whole offensive scheme then shift back to the old ways? Like, sure, they were winning ways once upon a time, but
yeah,
what do you do?
It's going to be different. It'll be different. Like I said, right now they're going. It seems like to try to establish a run early so they can number the pass, and I feel like that's what they did last night with Ben. I mean, you obviously know what he can do already. It's just the running game. This is going to be the question when Ben gets back. Well, everyone's going to be a year older. O-line will be a year older. Ben's going to be. I miss him though. I really miss him.
Always miss Ben, dude. Always.
Honestly,
it's my guy. It's my guy.
I mean, you know what though? If we're not going to be with Ben, then with Mason we ride. I don't mind that.
With Mason we ride.
Don't really have enough.
Totally not ready for it though. If it is with Mason, just not ready for it.
Yeah. Michael, did you say we don't have a choice?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could put in Devlin Hodges and give it a go.
Yeah.
Better than Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In my opinion, Landry Jones is better than Dobbs.
Dude, yeah. I got just absolutely crucified for saying that. Like that whole year last year when Jones got cut and Dobbs made the team, I was like, how could you even do this? Jones would have at least won the Oakland game last year where Ben got hurt. Jones would have won that game for sure.
100%. Because
so bad.
We've seen Landry
how could you even make this guy
games before?
That's what I'm saying. Like he could have beaten Oakland. We would have been in the postseason. It's just I don't understand. People just had this weird fascination with Dobbs, and I'm like, what do you even see? Is it because he's a rocket scientist? I mean, come on.
He's literally like he has a degree in something like that, right?
Is it like aerospace engineering or something? I don't know what it is.
It's something like
Well, that's the fucking problem, dude. He's too smart for his own good.
No, the problem is he should be building fucking rocket ships, and he's trying to play football.
Yeah, which is dumb. So he's not that smart.
It turns out he's actually pretty dumb.
How much you think he's making as a quarterback? You think he can make that much as an engineer?
He's an aerospace engineer from UT.
Yeah. Aerospace.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? Fuck people like that, dude. I'm serious, dude. Like,
fuck people with degrees.
Fuck our people, dude. Who do they think they are?
Well, it's like, it's bad enough that I gotta sit here and be like, wow, you're 1,000 times better athlete than I would ever be, and you get to make all this money playing football while I'm on my couch jerking my fucking pud. And
whoa.
And you have an aerospace engineer degree? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I mean, why do you think his head is so big?
Too much knowledge.
That dude's got a dome piece, man. He has got a dome piece. All I will say. I gotta ask you too, though. Before we get back on track here, and you might were probably gonna ask me this already, but I need to know your guys' opinion on the Minka Fitzpatrick trade.
Oh, yes, you do.
I need to hear your guys' opinion. I'm gonna give mine.
Okay, Michael, you want to start?
I like it. They gave up it was a first, which could potentially be a top 10. Right?
Yeah, it was like the first, and then they like swapped a fourth and a fifth, some bullshit like that.
Honestly, I like it, or I don't have a problem with it. I think, I always refer to my Madden squad, but it's like, instead of drafting a guy, I'm sure he was good in college, but players don't always transition to the NFL. So it's like, if I have a first-round pick, I'll trade it for a first-round talent. This is his second year, and he's proven, that he's worth it. So instead of taking a risk on a guy, I think I like that they went out and fucking made a move and brought him in.
Exactly what he just said. And to add to that, he's only 23 years old. He already looks like a veteran, and he's only owed like $5 million through the next 3 years to keep him. It's a fucking no-brainer, dude. All you did was you used a first-round pick on what was a first-round pick. I fucking love it.
Absolutely. No, I agree with both you guys. And, like I said, what you just said, he's 23 years old. He's really young. You're getting him for, let's see, this year included 2 more years after, and you have the 5th-year option for the first-round pick. That alone right there is basically, I mean, this guy is going to be our first-round pick this year, obviously, because we traded the way. When you look at the Steelers and their past with how they drafted defense, it's terrible. And this is what they needed to do to solidify. I would rather have Minka Fitzpatrick for that first-round pick over them taking a DB in the first round and not knowing how that DB is going to. I mean, let's be honest. That's what they've been the worst at, drafting and evaluating talent is defensive back. So, like I said, you have the years with control, the 5th-year option. He's young. He's a solidified playmaker, probably a future All-Pro, if we're going to be honest. I think he was a perfect move.
That's bold, calling him a future All-Pro, but I like it.
I mean, let's be honest here, though. He had a really good year last year. A slow start in this year with Miami, but, man, the forced fumble and the interception in the first game as a Steeler, I was like, man, that is badass.
That was badass. Huge, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad that his first game with the Steelers, that he went out and did something like that, because I think it shut up all the people that were like so down on using those picks for him. But it's like, you see what he's capable of right off the bat. He got in there, learned the playbook right away. Like, what more could you have asked for?
We just need something to get happy for, and thank God he provided that. Because after those 2 weeks, man, I was like, man, this is gonna be such a rough year. And then he comes out and does that, and I'm like, man, okay, at least we have something to look forward to now. Right.
Absolutely.
I agree. I mean, not that there's not a lot to look forward to. I mean, after yesterday's game, I'm optimistic, As optimistic as I can be for a 1-3 start.
Baltimore. I think we could beat Baltimore right now.
Dude, yeah. Cleveland just did it easy.
Yeah. seemed like a mess. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the little post-game shenanigans they had in their locker room. You know, everyone was kind of hyping them up after their first 2 weeks. They beat Arizona. They beat Miami. What do you do? Let's crown them the Super Bowl champs. And then they get, playing Kansas City, and they get the Browns. And they give up 73 points in 2 games. So,
Yeah.
Yikes right there. Yikes.
Yeah, no, the Steelers are definitely capable of it, and it'll be a good game, I think. But yeah, dude, the Steelers should have no problem being able to beat the Baltimore fucking Ravens
At home.
at home,
Easy arm Lamar.
which helps. We haven't talked about this yet, me and you, Michael, but I'd like both of your opinions on it. Vontaze Burfict, helmet-to-helmet hit, ejected for the entire season, the rest of the season, 12 games. Do you think it was too much, too little, not enough? What do you think of the amount of games he got suspended?
I think it's too little, too late.
That's a very good way to put it.
He should have been suspended or banned from the league years ago.
I agree with the same thing. Long overdue. It's just all this stuff should have been done a long time ago, and he's finally getting what he deserves.
Do you think it deserves a lifetime ban from the NFL?
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just don't like him as a person. So I say that he should be suspended forever, but
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm reading this. It says from 2012 to 2018, he was fined or suspended 13 times, which cost him about 10 games and roughly $4.12 million.
Oh, my God. I didn't realize it was that much.
That's about $687K per season.
all because you can't fucking hit correctly.
You can't control yourself.
Yeah. That's a pretty big fucking bummer.
Vontaze Burfict, he actually played high school football, grew up in my area. I actually know a few people that played against him and knew him, and they said he was like one of the nicest people he's ever met. It's just when he gets on the football field, he's just a lunatic. And I believe it. You know, I can't speak for, as someone who doesn't know him, but I mean, the lunatic part of the field, probably just being nice. I would go even further and saying just a lunatic.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Exactly.
It was a year ago this month that he was fined $112,000 for the head or hit to head area against James Conner and AB.
Mm-hmm.
$112,000.
That's more than I make in.
There's people in this world who
years,
don't even make that. Yeah. People
that's.
don't even make that in a year, man.
I'm sure people. I mean, out in California, I'm sure plenty of people make that, just because it costs a fucking fortune to live in California. But yeah,
it does. Yeah.
Out here in the
can't speak
Midwest,
for myself, I don't make that much money, but
yeah, right.
that is hey, someone handed me $112K, I will gladly take it.
Oh, you'd be dumb not to. I don't care how rich you are. You could do a lot with 112 grand. I would literally take $1,000.
I'd take $100. You kidding me? $100, $100.
I'd take a poop dollar. Poop dollar.
Exactly, dude. Any kind of money is a W.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so Steelers next week at home against the Ravens. Matt, who is your pick to click for the Steelers next week, and what do you think the final score is?
Oh, man. Pick to click and final shoot. Okay, well, I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson. The attention will be on Juju. I think they'll try to cover him up, take him out of the game like a lot of teams. And it's going to be on him and the other guys to step it up. So I think Deontay Johnson will have a big game again. Final score, shoot, man. Because I usually don't do my predictions till Saturday. So I guess if they want to sneak peek, they're going to listen and open up this link to listen to the podcast. So let's go.
You have to send them this way.
Oh, man, because Baltimore's got a good defense, but I don't feel like they're playing good right now. So I'll go with 24-20 Pittsburgh.
Okay, respectable score. and respectable pick to click. Deontay Johnson should do very well for himself.
He should. He should. And that's why I'm taking him.
All right. Michael, what say you with your face all up in the camera?
Fuck, dude. I don't even know. The Ravens are currently first in points per game.
I thought you were just about to say pass.
Gift. I don't know. I think it'll be like a 34-24 maybe.
Damn. That high, huh?
Taking the Ravens, right?
Steelers.
Okay. Who's your pick to click?
Fuck.
Come on, just say Zach Banner.
Juju.
Do for one. For one. All right. I don't hate it.
So we're going opposite here then. So I think Juju's going to get locked up, but you're taking him as your player of the game? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You should have taken Zach Banner, I'm telling you.
I was leaving that high.
Yeah. I appreciate you for that. I'm going to go Steelers. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think the defenses are going to show out. I'm going to go Steelers 17, Baltimore 13.
Whew.
And my pick to click is Nick Van Nett. Get the new guy up there. I think he has a touchdown, his first touchdown with the Steelers.
All right.
Let's go.
Bold prediction. Let's fucking go.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Oh, watch one of us be dead on too.
It probably won't be me.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys saw mine, but I had some pretty close predictions last night.
Did you? I didn't see.
I had the Steelers scoring 27. I didn't get the full prediction right. I had Mason Rudolph at 230 passing yards. He throws for 229. I was like, oh my god, just so close. And then I had Connor getting the touch, but I mean, it's just I do these little mini predictions, but hey, I'll take them as dubs for me. That's as close as I get.
Those are definitely dubs in my mind for sure.
Definitely dubs. I count them.
Those don't come often. Not easy to come by.
Yeah, Michael's just been sitting on his phone the whole time. It's like he wants me out of here.
No, dude, I apologize if you feel that way. I'm trying to. I've got some notes on my phone.
Yeah, he's got all his notes on his phone.
He's making a logo for somebody.
Very well could be. Could be Teray on YouTube. Check him out. Rapper of the year.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Doing all the cover art for Teray's albums. Check him out. T3RAE. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
I heard that you created the Astro World.
I did. I didn't really want people to know, but yeah, I did.
I'm that guy. I had the idea first.
Me. There you go.
Always here.
Astro World.
Fucking wish.
You'd be fucking loaded right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he's got all his notes on his phone, as do I. As do I. Checkpoint.
Do I?
But we should get out of here. It's getting late here on my end. I'm ready for some Betty over here.
No, this is baseball. It's playoff baseball.
And it's 7:20.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to
okay. All right. We'll talk baseball then, because I'll tell you what. I haven't watched a lick of baseball.
Why don't you give us a score update right now? Why don't you give us a score update on the game?
Which game is that?
Just type in National League wild cards.
Give
all the viewers a score update.
Yeah, there you go. Milwaukee up 2-0 on the Nats. End of the first.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. See, this is huge for my Dodgers because I don't want to play the Nationals. I would rather play Milwaukee.
Really? I find that surprising.
They don't have Christian Yelich. He's out for the year.
Oh, shit, that's right. See, I told you, dude. I have not been paying attention at all.
I'm telling you right now, dude, Max Scherzer cannot pitch in big games. And that's who's throwing to the Nationals right now.
It's because he's got two different colored eyes like a fucking nerd.
What a piece of shit, right?
What a fucking
Mad
asshole.
Max. What an asshole.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, dude. I'm pulling for the Brewers. I kind of like the Brewers only because we live so close. You know, we're Northern Illinois here.
Yeah.
So we get up to Miller Park quite a bit when we can. It's a fucking awesome park, dude.
And but you're not a Cubs fan though, are you?
No.
And Michael, who'd you say you liked?
I'm a Pirates fan.
That's right, Pirates. See, my dad's he's from Chicago, so he's a huge Cubs fan. Old Chicago. And he was just upset that the Cubs didn't make the playoffs this year.
Was he upset
that
the
ML? Go ahead.
Was he upset that Joe Madden got fired too?
You know, I haven't even really talked to him about Joe Madden. I mean, he was kind of wondering why. Like, you know, playoffs out of 4 of the 5 years he was there, and now he's gone. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. But I'm telling you right now, you guys write it down. Joe Madden's going to be the next Angels manager.
Angels.
Okay. Write it down.
When
put it in your notes.
I'm literally putting it in my notes right now.
I've heard of the Angels, but I've heard Padres and Phillies.
I'm hoping it's the fucking Pirates.
Yeah, I would love if it was.
I'm hoping every team that needs a manager is interested in them. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you,
dude?
dude?
6 or 7 teams, right?
He's been so good as a manager, so it's like you have to.
Got the World Series ring, man.
Yeah. Unlike the Pirates manager, Clint Hurdle, who they happened to fire also before the last game of the season. Didn't even let him finish out the season.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Hilarious, but it's also really fucked up.
Yeah, it's really disrespectful.
That is kind of disrespectful. That really
Super
is.
disrespectful.
He should have been fired 3 years ago, though, if we're being real.
Yeah.
Well, so should the whole front office, you know?
Yeah. The Pirates are so bad.
It's a terrible situation for sure.
All right, I'm pulling up a bracket here for the playoffs because, like I said, I'm fucking lost. All right, let's take it series by series then. We got Milwaukee and Nationals facing off right now. Like we said, 2-0 Milwaukee. Who do you think wins this one here? 3-0. Top 2.
I actually already filled out my bracket, and I did have Washington winning that game.
Okay. Eric Thames just went Yabo off of Max Scherzer.
Thank God. Keep going, Brewers.
Damn. 411 feet.
That's a fucking moonshot.
Yeah, it is. 3-0 Brew Crew. So you said you had Nationals winning, huh?
Yes.
Okay. I had no idea the Nationals were still relevant, so I probably would have picked Milwaukee, if I'm being honest.
I'm surprised you even know that they're the Nationals. I mean, considering they used to be the Montreal Expos.
Hey, I don't know how old you think I am, but I've mostly known them as the Expos or the Nationals.
No, fair enough. I mean, you're not really that old. How old are you?
25.
42.
I'm 23, man. So you're not too.
Oh, okay.
Off.
Yeah, no, I mean we're definitely around for some Expos. The Expos. I used to have an Expos hat actually. Those old jerseys were
best logos,
dope.
dude.
Oh
best
yeah,
logos. No doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Dude, their team used to be nasty. They were nasty, man. They had Vladimir Guerrero.
Oh yeah,
Cabrera, and then they were nasty.
Wasn't Randy Johnson a fucking Expo?
He might have been. Wasn't Pedro Martinez an Expo? Not
Yeah.
sure about that one either.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they had it, man. And just think the Angels got Vladimir Guerrero too, just from Montreal sucking. Let's just trade him off.
I want to say like Raul Mondesi or something.
What a fucking name drop, dude!
He's
Holy
in prison,
shit!
I thought.
Prison?
Isn't Raul Mondesi in prison? I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure he's in prison.
Well, I just typed his name in on Google and it says he's a Dominican politician.
I'm not even kidding you. Look this up right now. Somebody look it up.
8 years in prison for corruption.
Holy
I'm telling
shit!
you, he's in prison, dude. Look at his face. He's like, what?
That's hilarious.
So
Michael, your face is off the screen
No, it's not.
on my end.
Well,
It'll record as so.
Well, I'm sitting on the couch, head centered in the camera.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so he was a former politician who was sentenced 7 years for corruption.
What's even more impressive than that is that you knew how to spell Mondesi.
Well, it's 2019.
He definitely spell checked it.
I was going to say, you could just type in anything or something close and it'll pop up.
Yeah, it's a good point. Okay, so you got the you got the Nationals. I got Brewers. Michael, I'm assuming Brewers, considering they're up already.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go Brewers.
Okay. So whoever wins that game will play your beloved Dodgers.
Sure.
Can we all agree that the Dodgers are going to smoke whichever team they play?
Disagree.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I think if it's the Nationals, the Nationals will win. If it's the Brewers, the Dodgers will win. That's what.
Yeah, he's saying he doesn't want them to play the Nationals.
Right.
And then we started talking about the Expos.
Which is more important, the Expos or this game.
Exactly.
Okay, well, so it looks like, hopefully, the way things are going, it'll be the Brewers. You think they'll beat the Brewers?
I would almost put my life savings on it, and it ain't much.
It ain't much, but I'm willing to do it. Okay, yeah, I'd pretty much put my life savings on it too. Again, you're not getting anything, but I'd do it. Okay, so whoever wins that game will face the winner of St. Louis and Atlanta. Who do we like here?
I got Atlanta.
For what reasons?
I just think they're the better team. I would give the pitching advantage to St. Louis, but I feel like Atlanta has. I think it'll go the distance though. I think Atlanta will win in Game 5. Since it's only best of 5 series in the division series. But I give the edge to Atlanta. Plus, they have home field.
Yeah, I'd go Atlanta too, just because I really like the young squad they got going.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
What's his Dansby Swanson's sick. They got that dude named Ozzy.
Yep, Cunha, Matata.
Cunha.
Yeah, they got a good young
Freddie
squad.
Freeman,
not to mention,
Beast.
Yeah,
yep.
Freeman.
Not to mention, I've just always been a huge Chipper Jones fan, so like, I gotta go Braves just for that reason alone.
Dude, Chipper
Jones.
Him and Andrew, and then Rafael Furcal.
Yep.
Furcal was so nasty. I would always pick him in MVP Baseball 05 because he was this fucking switch hitter and he's super quick.
See, it's
Andrew Jones is a goat. That guy, man, something else.
Yeah.
It's tough though, because like the Cardinals had Jim Edmonds, who was also a goat.
David Eckstein.
Yep. Did they have Scott Rowland?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Was Yachty still their catcher at that point?
Probably. Dude's been around for like 23 years.
Dude, he is old, man.
It was Yachty, Jose, and Benji.
The Molinas.
That's right, dude. There are 3 of them.
As far as
they all had good careers too. Obviously, Yachty is going to be Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Those two still had lengthy careers.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yachty rocking the Air Jordan gear is so sick.
He almost fucking brawled the whole Cubs team the other day for literally no reason at all.
Well, as he should. Fuck the Cubs.
Fuck the Cubs.
Okay, so Dodgers against the Braves for the championship series, the NL championship. Who's it going to be? This is a big moment for you here.
Is this for Matt?
Well, I guess for anybody, but yeah.
I guess I'll go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I got Dodgers. I'll tell you why.
I'm on the Braves.
Oh, shit.
Look, I'm not a delusional fan. Like I don't scream championship every year for any of my team. If I think that we're not going to get there, or another team has a better opportunity, I'm going to pick that team, and I think Atlanta has a really good shot to do it.
You know what? I respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah, no, and that's why
I am with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's why we like you with the Steelers and shit, because you fucking call it how it is.
Well, that's why everyone else on Twitter fucking yells at him, because he tells it how it is.
Oh, dude, they get so. Dude, okay, get this. It's probably like third quarter. I had someone message me, "Can you slow down your tweeting? Some of us are 5 seconds behind." I'm like, no.
Oh.
I'm not gonna like just delay my tweets for you. Come on.
Whoever that was,
like, is this a real?
Whoever that was should go fist themselves. That's to ask a random person to stop tweeting because my TV's behind. Get off Twitter, you dumb bitch.
I know, dude. Come on. It's like that one tweet with Tyler, the Creator. How is cyberbullying a real thing? Just like walk away from that. That tweet. That is a legendary tweet.
I've never heard that, and I've never looked at it that way. But that's
like,
pretty
what
genius.
the fuck? Just turn off. Just walk away.
Walk away from the screen.
And that's ridiculous.
Like, come on, mute me, unfollow me, do whatever you need to do.
It's that easy.
No,
Holy
it really
fuck.
is. Don't complain.
Oh my god. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm picking the Dodgers because the past few years I feel like they've been so good, and they always choke in the playoffs. I think, for whatever reason, I think this is the year that they finally don't choke.
Well, don't use that. Well, that's a strong word, choke. Okay. First of all, we were not favored against Boston last year. That is not choking. Year before, I can understand. Houston
Fair
and
enough.
LA were the two best teams in the Dodgers at home field, and they lost in Game 7 at home. So that I can understand. It's such a strong word. I don't like it.
I apologize for using that word, but you're right. No, you're right.
Okay. It's all right.
It's not that they necessarily choke, but they've been so good in the regular season, and they just can never finish. You know, my life story. So,
Perfect.
Smurf nuts. Yes.
Never finish.
So, Michael, who do you got?
I'm gonna say the Dodgers because I love Benny the Jet Rodriguez, and he stole home for the Dodgers once.
That is such a legit reason. I like that.
And Eric Gagne used to be a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Yes, he did, dude. I still have a poster of him in my room.
That's
I don't blame you.
Kanye, baby.
with the
I
red.
reliever winning the Cy Young.
I might just print out a picture of
Crazy
him
stuff.
on computer paper and tack it to my wall.
There you
Okay.
go, dude. You can call it a poster.
I love it. All right, let's flip over to the other side here. The AL wild card game. When's this one played? Tomorrow, I presume.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
All right, so we got the A's against the Tampa Bay Rays. That's tough.
This is it, dude. This one's really interesting. Because here's the thing, they're kind of like very similar in their play style and how they operate. Two teams with very low payrolls. They got guys that can up there and produce. They have a good pitching staff. They're just like, I feel like they're just super identical. I might even call one of them. I can call Tampa Bay Oakland East if I. But man, this is gonna be a tough one. But
I didn't hear who you said. Your phone cut out a little bit there.
I got Oakland.
Oakland? Okay. Like it. I gotta go Tampa Bay here. Just because they took all the good players from the Pirates. Meadows, Glasnow.
Oh, that's true.
They've been showing out.
And that's a reason for me to not pick them because I'm
Yeah.
still salty.
I guess that's true. You know what? It hurts me to say not the A's because Sean Manaea obviously is on the A's, and we're big supporters of his. So, but I still gotta go Tampa.
Sean Manaea is your starting pitcher tomorrow.
Yep, he sure is, isn't he? Fuck, I didn't know they gave it to him.
I thought he was had surgery. He was like out this season.
That's what my fucking mom said too.
Like I saw
came back. He just came back recently.
Well, awesome. Good for him.
Fuck, that changes things maybe. I can't root against Mania if he's pitching, dude.
4-0 with a 1.2 ERA against Charlie Morton, also a former Pirate.
Shit. Fun little fact for you here, Matt. Our best friend played college ball with Mania. So our buddy got married last year, and Mania was at the wedding. And threw back that dude was pretty fucking trashed, actually. No,
what? Because he was drinking so much?
I mean, yeah, we were all trashed, but he was cutting a rug on the dance floor, that's for sure. Looked to be having a good time. Yeah.
Where'd they play college ball at?
Indiana State.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Shout
Fire
out.
up Sycamores.
Big task tomorrow for him, though.
Yeah. Definitely going to be a tall task for him. Michael, did you say who you picked?
Yeah, I can't go with the Rays because they took.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Well, not they took. The Pirates willingly gave them. Yeah, the Rays, they're tough, but I got to go with the A's.
Fair enough. Winner of that game plays Houston. I have Houston winning it all this year. I've said it from day one.
They're so good.
I think they're going to win it all. So I got Houston fucking kicking ass.
I have Houston in two.
Houston in two?
Houston into like the World Series and winning.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, they're really fucking good.
They're not bad.
They're scary good too. Like they got everything. Like, they're just so complete,
Their pitching staff is disgusting.
I was going to say, fun fact, now that the season is over, I mean, I'd have to double check the last couple of weeks, but I think the Pittsburgh Pirates are the only team in the majors that won a series in Houston.
Which is...
Remember that.
Like, that's ridiculous.
That's the fact that they let them do that, though, is like, what are you doing, Houston?
Seriously.
Houston, we have a lot of problems right now.
All teams.
Literally one of the worst teams in the MLB.
Dude, but we've always talked about it. The Pirates were in last place. They're only fucking 22 games back. Every other last place team is fucking over 38 games back. The Tigers were 53 and a half.
I get it, but...
Tigers had 47 wins. The Pirates had 69. That's sick.
That's dope.
69. Let's go.
Yeah. Did that bet?
I'd rather finish that win total than win a World Series. Let's be honest.
Yeah, this is more of an...
True. All right, Yankees, Twins. Toss up for me. I have not a clue. Probably go Yankees just because they're the Yankees.
That's another series I can go the distance, but I'm going to take the Yankees.
I'm going to go the Twins.
Big Minnesota fan there, buddy?
He's getting bold.
Oh, yeah, bud. Up north there.
Is it because you spend all your vacation days in Minnesota?
Oh, yeah.
Big fan there, bud.
This is my voice 1 month in Minnesota. You guys ever seen that TikTok video?
No, I don't watch many TikToks. Only on Tom Segura podcast.
I don't either, but it was an ad. It was an ad that I saw on Facebook, and I just kept scrolling, and I just keep seeing it all the time. I know, it's weird. I was hoping that you guys would have got it.
No, yeah,
No.
We'll probably see it like 10 times tonight, though.
Well, they just heard us talk about it, so yeah, it'll be on my Facebook tonight.
There you go, dude.
I'm not kidding, dude. I'll send you a screenshot when it fucking pops up.
Yeah.
Dead ass. Let's see it. Know what'll happen.
Okay. Houston against Yankees. Again, like I said, Houston all the way. I got Houston.
Houston.
3 for 3. Too easy. So then we potentially have Houston against Atlanta or Houston against LA. You already know my answer.
Houston.
Houston over Atlanta in 5 games.
5. Okay.
Oh, they're
Hey.
going to smoke them. They will smoke them.
At least they get 1.
Yeah, at least. That should be considered a win for like a major win if they can get 1 game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think the Astros run away with it.
All right. Getting even bolder in the predictions. Who wins the MVP, the World Series MVP from Houston?
George Springer.
I like it.
I agree.
I'm going to say
Or-
Breck.
Bregman? All right. Just to keep it interesting, I'll say Altuve.
You could literally go down their whole lineup and every single one of those guys has an even amount of shot at winning the fucking MVP. That's how good they are.
Well, even all of their pitchers, fucking Verlander, Garrett Cole.
I know. Literally, it's just like it's gonna be a shit show.
Cole, Verlander, and Greinke.
That's right, dude. Greinke. What? Come on. That shit ain't fair.
The only reason why I'm not scared of Greinke, the Dodgers have smoked him when he was in Arizona, so I'm not worried about Greinke if we ever have to face him.
That's true. I forgot he was in Arizona. I hate those Diamondbacks unis.
Oh my god. Oh, they're horrible. I mean, like, which ones? They got like 4 and they're just hideous.
Yeah, anyone that has
all of them.
that blue outline or that blue trim.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, that one's disgusting.
fucking Craig Counsell was on that team, so that's dope. So go Diamondbacks.
I don't like that one.
Luis Gonzalez.
Don't like Diamondback. Sorry.
Randy Johnson.
Nope.
Fuck.
Paul Goldschmidt. He's respectable.
Okay.
Not anymore though. Cardinals now, but
Yeah. Diamondbacks. I can't even think of any other Diamondbacks.
beautiful stadium though. I will say that. Been there.
Oh, really?
Nice. It's huge, massive.
Heard it's dry there.
Dude, in the summertime, it is so brutal out there.
Yeah, I bet, dude. I hate all that heat like that. No thanks.
Those dumb cacti, whatever
Yeah.
they call it.
It was fucking like 86 degrees here today, and I was like, this is way too hot for the fall.
No shit, dude. I was sweating nuts.
At 86 degrees.
Yeah, it was just like,
You guys need to come to California in August for a week.
I'll be there in December.
What part you coming to?
San Diego.
Let's go, dude.
Is that where you're at?
I'm like 45 minutes north.
Okay, because I'll be in San Diego for a bit, and then my girlfriend's friend lives in what's the beach? It's like an hour north of there.
There's Oceanside,
Newport?
Lagoon, Newport. Okay, Newport's like an hour and a half, but
Okay.
still, it's such a cool drive. You're just going up and down the coast the whole time.
Yeah, so I'll be out there in December. I'm gonna have to hit you up then. And
Definitely. Also, once you're up in that area, there's Long Beach, which is really close to Newport. If you're up there, go ahead to the Ballast Point. My buddies work there, and I'll get you hooked up with some free beer.
I like free beer.
Brewery, man. Brewery, yeah.
Anything.
There you go.
really,
Yeah, I like anything free. That's for goddamn sure. Okay. Well, I think that probably about wraps it up. A little baseball talk thrown in the mix. Didn't hate that at all. Matt, thank you, man, for coming on. We appreciate it. It's been definitely way too long. We'll have to have you on sooner here than this time. Definitely, probably in the next couple weeks, talk some more Steelers football. I mean, you're the only one that really fucking talks to us anyway, as far as our social media following. So
yeah. And you know, I don't think I like you guys. I don't really like you guys that much. I just do it because I'm just trying to get myself out there. But in all seriousness, thanks for having me on again, guys. Like I said, we had a good time last year, and obviously this one went a little long, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's always fun, man. We'll have to have you on again. And one more time, let everyone know where to find you on social media.
Steelers Empire, baby. Type it in there. Steelers Empire. You know what it is. Best account on Twitter, right behind Yins Daily.
There you go. There you go. All right, man. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you again. We'll be in touch. We'll get you back on soon.
All right, guys. Take care.
See you, man.
Thanks. Have a good one. All right. Thanks to Steelers Empire coming on. Some technical difficulties there with the sound quality, but that's all right.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, it's weird. But Michael, I know you wanted to wrap it up with some hockey talk here.
Maybe.
Let's just real quick with it then. Hockey's back. You know what? I saw the month of October is the only month that has basketball, baseball, hockey, and football all in 1 month.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the best is when we had the Penguins, the Steelers, and the Pirates all playing on the same day or in the same week. Yeah,
but it was kind of stressful too at the same time. It was like,
extremely, but it's like it's more of like an adrenaline deal. It's like now it's like I'm sitting here every day for the last I don't know how many months. I would come home, turn on the Pirates game. Now there's no Pirates games to turn on, and Steelers are 1-3.
Well, now you can just watch good baseball though because it's playoffs. So
that's true, but like right now the playoffs are on TBS and I don't have cable, so I can't watch it. I tried to put on the MLB at Bat app, but of course, since it's on national television, it's blacked out.
That's fucking stupid.
So yeah, the only way I'd be able to watch it is if I hang up with you and Reddit stream it. But didn't they get rid of that?
Yeah, I don't know if you can for MLB games.
Yeah, so I guess I just probably won't watch it.
Probably just play a game of Madden instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, when does hockey season officially start? Can you at least tell me that?
That I should have been looking up this whole time.
Yep.
I know that in 2 days the Penguins play. I just saw it. The Sabres on the 3rd. NHL's regular season will commence Wednesday, October 2nd. Oh, okay.
So literally tomorrow.
Yeah, so the Penguins' first game is October 3rd against the Buffalo Sabres.
Buffalo Soldier.
No, Sabre
From The Office. Looks like Sid the Kid on some day-to-day here. What's up with that, dude? What you know about that?
If our work had an injury list, I would be on day-to-day every day. That's what I think.
Okay, fair enough.
I did just see Crosby. It was like last week. I think there was a video. He had his number retired by his like juniors team. I think up in Canada there.
Canada, yeah.
Honestly, like you know how high I am on Sidney Crosby. Like I can't stress it enough. Like I think just watching that video, seeing his emotion to those fans, and hearing the words that he had to say and the way he speaks about his teammates and his coaches, like this guy, like, you know, you always hear it's more than football, it's more than hockey. Like Sidney Crosby, I think, is like the standard for a professional athlete.
Yeah.
We've never heard, like, we don't know anything about his personal life unless you really dig deep or know him or know someone that knows, you know, like I've heard him swear one time and it was on the bar stool spitting chiclets. Like he said shit. Like, yeah, he's a normal ass person, but like
a model citizen.
Lived with Mario and just wanted to learn hockey and play. Like that's fucking tight.
Yeah.
I'm excited for hockey, and honestly, he's the reason. Him and Malkin are the reason that I watch hockey. I said to you, and I think Tapia, it's like my dad and I were in Pittsburgh, and it was the year they drafted him, and we went to the Dolphins Steelers preseason game, and we see these like Crosby T-shirts being sold outside. We're like, who the fuck is that? Cindy Crosby?
You're like, what? That's a girl's name.
Yeah. And then now, like, it's crazy. The Penguins got so fucking lucky with Malkin and Crosby.
Yeah, they really did.
And Letang. Like, I've always compared the Black Hawks and the Penguins. You know, the Hawks have Kane, Taves, and Seabrook or Duncan Keith. The Penguins have Malkin, Crosby, and Letang.
Yeah.
Matt was talking about building your defense around like a core of 3 guys. It's like hockey. You can't ask for a better 3 guys.
The big 3 of hockey, some might argue.
I fucking for sure would argue.
All right, cool. Well, opening night tomorrow night. I'm excited to have something to watch and look forward to during the week, as opposed to having to wait until fucking Sunday or Monday for football.
Yeah, no. Well, like I said, instead of coming home and watching the fucking Pirates, now we have the Penguins. Which,
right?
If I know anything, the Penguins are substantially better than the Pirates, so it'll actually be fun to watch. But like you said, a little more stressful because we're expecting something out of them.
Definitely.
But they dropped Phil Kessel.
Yeah.
Which is sad to see because we love Phil, whether it just be his personality or his talent. But I saw a rumor that Malkin was going to ask for a trade if they didn't release Kessel.
Yeah.
Which is like, whoa, I didn't know that Malkin had a problem.
Right.
Which, in one way, it's like that's good that the Penguins and Malkin and Kessel kept it, concealed.
Well, that's just hockey in general. That's how they do shit.
And hockey is a superior sport, bro. Like you guys got playing with no teeth, blood everywhere. They get stitches, come back on the ice. They're fighting each other. Instead, if fucking a quarterback gets sneezed on, there's a 15-yard penalty, possibly a suspension and a fine.
Possibly a cold. Who knows?
Indianapolis. You say Colt?
Cold.
Oh, I was like, possibly a cold.
From getting yeah, it could be. Who knows?
Going up at your doorstep with the pitchforks and fire.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hockey's tight, and I'm super pumped that it's back.
I'm going to have to watch more hockey this year, definitely, because last year I didn't watch hardly any.
Yeah, no, we'll try to make it a thing that we talk Penguins and actually follow it like we do the Steelers.
Don't make it a thing, dude,
Like, the Penguins are fucking good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Like, if we talk about the Pirates during the podcast, we should definitely be talking about the Penguins.
Agreed, wholeheartedly. Cool. All right, dude, well, let's wrap this shit up. It's we've been doing this almost an hour and a half now. So, let's get out of here. Check us out. We have a new website. It's yinzertainment.com. Straight up.
What time?
Yinzertainment.com. That's it.
One more time. It sounds
Yinzertainment.com. Go there. All of the links to social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, you name it, YouTube is on there at Yinz Daily. Everything, all of our social media at YINZ Daily.
Hi, what if I want to find the podcast links?
Those are also there. You can watch anywhere podcasts, or listen rather, anywhere podcasts are available. iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify definitely. We'll be on Google Play and iHeartRadio here coming up. So check that out. Anything you need to know about us, any place to listen, it's all on the website, yinzertainment.com. Our YouTube channel as well, where we will be posting this video here and all podcasts in the future. So yinzertainment.com. I don't know what else more I could say.
My mind is blown. Anything Yinzertainment, Yinz Daily that I want, I just have to go to yinzertainment.com.
That's it, dude.
And if I have any questions, all I have to do is email info@yinzertainment.com.
That's it. Simple as 1, 2, 3.
Good Lord.
Easy peasy, dude. Yinzertainment.com. Go check it out. We'll be back next week. I don't know if Alex will be back. I can't remember. But next week.
I hope Alex will be back, and I hope we're talking another Steelers dub.
That's right. This has been episode 96, by the way. Forgot to mention. It's Tuesday, October 1st. We'll be back next Tuesday. October 8th. Until then, keep it sleazy, and we're out of here.